I think the risk facing Canada's economy is that the growth side of the economy will disappoint, and as a result, the Bank of Canada will need to continue to cut interest rates. I think the Bank of Canada has to take interest rates into accommodative territory. The challenge with estimating how many cuts is coming is that nobody really knows exactly where the neutral interest rate lies, and as a result, nobody knows how many cuts it will take to get there. But suffice to say, the Bank of Canada estimates that the neutral rate is closer to 275 basis points. So from their current policy rate, I would think they would need to cut at least to that level, if not to below that level, to make sure that the downside risk to the economy posed largely by slowing in the housing market and related consumer spending is effectively addressed. So we've seen a very dramatic increase in Canada's population, largely driven by immigration in recent years. And in the long term, I think this is a very positive development. It adds to labor market dynamism and leans against some of the demographic headwinds that Canada will face in the decades to come. The challenge, though, is that the supporting infrastructure and services that allow immigration to be successfully absorbed into the economy takes a lot of time. So the upshot is that Canada's productivity challenges are only made more difficult by a lot of immigration without that supporting infrastructure being in place. So this means that from Canada's growth outlook, I think that productivity will not be able to offset some of the challenges that we would see coming through the domestic economy as households face higher interest rates and as that debt burden is slowly addressed.